Ooh, cha, honey, cha, boo boo. Honey, cha, boo boo. It's a lot going on. Happy Friday to everybody. I just realized that it was Friday. This is like one of my best lives is on Friday, especially when I know my people have, been working all week, whether it's at home or you got to commute to work. And I feel like I owe it to you guys to go live then. You know what I'm saying? So we can chop it up, have a little giggle and a wiggle and all that good stuff. Cause there's a lot going on. And it's crazy out here in these YouTube streets. But we gonna get into it. And I also wanna talk about how people ain't paying attention to what is being said about this situation. And as y'all come in here, hit that like button so we can get y'all in here so I can explain that 30 to 100 days because of the overcrowding in the prison, that's probably out the picture. um and his release date from California, the state that he lives in, he is going to be getting out. Release date is supposed to be in June, allegedly 2024, like that first couple of days. I think the June 2nd is his release date. But Wack 100 said prior to this morning, when they had breaking news that a warrant was placed on him. He's in custody. He's doing time in California for 2 charges he picked up in another state. See, people do crimes and then they go on crime sprees, is what I call them. Like Blueface basically did. You come back to California, you get 2 DVs with your baby mother, both of them. But you already got a big criminal case in Las Vegas. So you think, and your mother thinks, oh, just cut my son a break, put him on house arrest over at Jaidyn's house so he can help his son get in the 2nd grade. Was he thinking about all that when he was putting his paws on people, not keeping his paws to himself? Nope. He wasn't thinking about none of that. None of that. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna do the breakdown. It might not be looking too good for Blueface. I don't think that you'll probably hear too many jail calls of him playing and stuff, especially about his freedom. Talking about he loves it in there. You're not gonna hear none of that at this point because he was probably anticipating getting out early. First and foremost, that was probably put in his head. And second of all, he also was probably thinking that the worst case scenario was that he was going to do time up to June 2024 and then he'll be released. You don't do something bad, Blueface, in a completely different state and think just because you did a little bit of time for the 2 charges that you picked up after the Las Vegas charges, oh, they won't bother me. You are a crash dummy. I'm sorry to say that, Blueface. You committed crimes in 2 different states. It don't matter where you committed the crime. Maybe he got it sadly mistaken and misunderstood what the judge said. One of the stipulations from Las Vegas and that judge in Las Vegas was if commit a crime, we're going to give you jail time. So it doesn't matter if it was in Mexico. Well, I shouldn't say Mexico. It doesn't matter if it was in Texas. It doesn't matter what United States country. Because if you go outside the country and you're on probation and you don't get permission from the courts, you going to jail just on the strength of that. That's another story. But it doesn't matter where you commit a crime. Doesn't have to be in Las Vegas. You're going to do time because not only did you violate your probation that you have in Las Vegas, you violated your probation that you had in California when you picked up the 2 DVs. So you're not as bright as you like to say that you are. I understand now why you deal with you know, Chriseanrock, because y'all are 2 peas in a pod. You know what I'm saying? And it's really sad that this dude is doing this to his life. So, anyways, I wanted to start off with Jiggy. Let's get jiggy with it. Now, there's a lot going on. We all know allegedly, which I don't know what these women are gonna do if this is even the case. But we know that they're women, strange women, following behind Chrisean. She was the one that first put the tattoo on her face. She had it on her neck. Now everybody's doing that follow the leader. Strangers that don't even know Chrisean, now they're putting tattoos of Chrisean Rock and Blueface on their face. Which, why would you? Those are not role models. These are people that you don't want to be like. You try not to be like. They are crash dummies. It's so bad, you would not even think this is a grown man that the mother is now fighting for. She got Kim Kardashian tagged on Instagram. Help me get my son on house arrest. He's not going to make it if he stays in there. Well, he shouldn't be doing any crimes. If you do the crime, you pay the time. Period, point blank. I also have a link in here too, before I forget, because I know I will, of my Instagram page. I did a test reel. I don't want it to show up on my posts, so I'm trying to figure out the option settings so that the live streams and reels and all that stuff that I'll be doing commentary, from the Instagram page. Sometime when I just want to be able to cuss and carry on. Um, I want to be able to not show that on the posts, because those are my that's the lifestyle videos, and not videos, posts, things that I do in my personal life. And I don't want that to be on the front page of my Instagram videos of the circus. I want them to be in the second tab where the either the videos or the reels are held. But getting back to the ranch, Jiggy, she got real jiggy with it. She got a little bit of soul in her. So I went on to her post because allegedly somebody's probably trolling in my comment section, but she just came to mind. Let's do a follow up on her. Allegedly it was said, and I said allegedly, I'll check more into it. I don't really want to contact these people because, you know, um, I don't need nobody thinking that I'm harassing them and try to be like blocked, you know. And this is where, I got to do my work. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to sit up there and jeopardize getting blocked because I'm asking a question as simple as, um, are you pregnant by Blueface, or whatever have you? It'll all come to the light. But she's over here chefing it up. These are her little dishes that she makes. Jiggy, the one that's allegedly pregnant by Blueface, and also was in a polygamy with Jaidyn and Blueface a while back. Of course, Jaidyn and Jiggy are not doing that now. She's not living in the home, and they're not having that little three-way thing going on. But you know, she's still active on Instagram, and she's still trying to do her 1 2 1 2. And cooking is one of, it looks like her fortes. But let me just say this to you, man, it's not looking good for Blueface. And I know that things have been put inside of Carlissa's head. Um, and everything that was said to her prior has suddenly changed. And it's not good information that Carlissa knows about her son and what's going on with her son at this present time. And like I said, I don't feel bad for Blueface. He knew prior to getting that first DV with Jaidyn that it's easy to get in trouble and it's hard to get out of. And they're trying to smoke them, because you got to understand, people, even in the legal system, of humans first. And what I mean by that, sometimes people can go to the extreme. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm sorry, guys. That's my son. So I had to stop the show for a minute. Tomorrow's his birthday. So midnight, I'm gonna have to, drop him a couple of 1 2 1 2s. But he wasn't calling for that. He was calling because he started a page. But y'all ain't gonna be knowing my son's YouTube channel and be trolling him. Y'all want to troll anybody? You troll me over here. But yeah, I lost my frame of thought. Yeah, today is my son's birthday. So happy birthday to V. We call him V. So yeah, my baby, his birthday is tomorrow, and I'm saying it's today, but midnight it'll be in a couple of hours. But yeah, Blueface, he messed up really bad. So I wanted to also play this video that I put out, I think at 6:30. I was trying to wait for more people to come live so that we could listen to it all together. I probably will play it 2 times. Not a big deal or whatever. But we're definitely going to play this video, and I want you to listen to what was said. Sometimes it's nice to have these videos that I can replay in the live, because you're more inclined to listen to the whole video and the commentary that I put to it when we're live. You guys like the live thing. Everybody likes the live thing. When they have to do the replay, you guys don't even go and watch the whole video. But when it's live, everybody listens. So we're going to sit there and listen to what is going on in order. So this is what we're going to do. All right, here we go. Let me go get this. Now I'm sitting here looking at another title of some crazy foolishness here, but I ain't even going to get into that yet, because that kind of sort of threw me off. Well, we ain't even going to go there with that. So we're going to go and play Miss Mama's video here of her son in trouble, and she's calling for an SOS. So I'm going to share that video right now. I don't know where y'all are at today, but it's Friday. Y'all need to come on through. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. I'm going to just play it now. Like I said, I can play it again when y'all all get in here. So anyways, let's start this beautiful bean footage. Let me start off with, it says, can you help me get my boy out and house arrest for talking about of the sake of the son, Jaidyn's son. And I can't believe that she would even say just Jaidyn's son, because he has 2 sons and a daughter. Okay. And I can't believe that she would do that, she would do that. But see, she's trying to trigger Chriseanrock, because she's either like, you got to go, or I'm going to make it so uncomfortable for you that if I do get house arrest for my son, he can go back to what he paid for when he was rapping and getting that money, and you go on about your business, because he's in enough trouble. Because quiet is kept, she's really blaming the mother for why he is locked. The mother is really blaming Chrisean for why he's locked up. She skipped over Jaidyn called Popo on him first for a DV. Then what sealed the deal was the second one. Then that's when they said we had enough. He's taking advantage of the fact that he is a superstar, and that he might have a little bit more perks than us because he got a little bit more money than us, or notoriety. But you not gonna sit up there and disrespect these courts like that. You going to jail, bro. And I don't believe that he's getting out between 30 and 100 days max, because the prisons are overcrowded. Because number one, they ain't got to worry about keeping them no longer than 30 to 100 days, because soon as they release him, whether it's an early release or it's the release date, which is in June of 2024, they're going to have him in custody to that state to make sure, because he's not responsible, is how they're looking at him now. The court in California picked up 2 charges. Then he has a serious charge in Las Vegas. And the percentage on what he owes, which was 13 million, is now 14 million. So whatever how that judgment came up, the judge, yeah, they didn't give him no time, but they was gonna make him feel it in his pocket. He hasn't even paid any of that restitution back to that club owner. So he hasn't paid any of his restitution of the 13 million, is now at 14 million. He goes back home, picks up two more charges, and they're DVs on not one woman, but two. He's playing in the court's faces, and they're not playing with him. What is going on here? Carlissa goes to social media. What in the sugar, Avery, and the color purple is going on here? Carlissa goes to social media trying to get Kim Kardashian to get Blueface on house arrest. Her not knowing how serious what's going on with him is. Blueface can't get house arrest. First and foremost, the judge where he picked up that charge from and was convicted, ordered to pay that man $13 million with interest, which now is up to 14 million, and told not to get in any trouble. That don't mean you don't get in trouble in Las Vegas where the crime happened or in that state, period. Any trouble, anywhere, in any state. Once you get all of this cleared up in California, these recent charges for the two DVs, you are going to have to now commit yourself to getting to Vegas, Las Vegas, and face the judge who said if you picked up any charges, that'd be a violation of your probation, and you're going to do a sentence. That means you're going to owe them time as well. There's nothing Kim Kardashian can do. If she's going to do it, she's going to have to do it on both ends. In the state that you picked up the charge with the club owner and the state that you're currently in. So it's not a pro bono for number one. You have a double whammy going on with you legally. Okay. Crimes that you committed in two different states after you were told in one of the states on a serious charge to not to get in any trouble going forth or you're going to jail. So pretty much is no such thing right now is no house arrest. You're going to have to face the music, Blueface. Your mother's going to have to understand that and go and meet Jamaica. And that judge is probably going to give you a sentence just like California gave you a sentence for the DV. Now, allegedly is an early release, 30 to 100 days according to WAC 100 because the jails there are overcrowded. Okay, fine. But once you get done with that sentence, you're going to have to go to Vegas and then that judge is going to decide whether or not they're going to give you 30 days, 90 days, a year, whatever they're going to give you off of the sentence that you have in Las Vegas where the crime was committed at that club. There's nothing really Kim Kardashian can do. I cannot believe also Carlissa fixed her mouth to only, because he has three kids, exclude all of the rest for one. She wants so bad for him, obviously, not to ever go back to his own house because he knows that um Chriseanrock is there. And she doesn't want him around Chriseanrock. She really believes, even though Jaidyn was the first one to give him that DV, Chrisean gave him the second one. So she wants to blame it all on Chrisean because she feels as though, well, if Chrisean didn't put that second one on him, her son wouldn't be in jail. Either or, he shouldn't have picked up the first one, let alone the second. He was forcing it when he allowed himself to get a second one. He should have kept his hands in his pockets, looked for his keys, and kept it and moving.
kept it
moving.
That's
Wherever
right.
they were at, that incident happened. Well, from what we saw that day, she drove to his house. I don't care. Find your keys, get in your car, and drive around the block until you cool off. Don't put pause on anybody. It shouldn't have been a DV to happen in the first place, not one or two. And two, for that matter, you definitely know, shame on you, what you were doing, and you were taking who you are in this world and the power you have and you hold to another level, and you got yourself jammed up. And at the end of the day, you are human just like anyone else, and you are paying the cost for breaking the law, for breaking the rules, for breaking what was told to you to do in order to be free. So for her to sit there, exclude the other kids, only one needs them, is crazy. So she puts in a post, can you help me get my boy out and on house arrest for Javon's sake? Javon needs his dad with home home with him on house arrest. It's a critical time in his life. Kim Kardashian help. I understand he has other children, but Javon is struggling and has to go to second grade. Thanks for the support. We will take house arrest to Javon's bedroom for him to help him be successful in second grade. In Jesus' name, amen.
In
But if
Jesus'
you
name,
read the
amen.
comment section, they're just as lost as poor Carlissa is, because you don't hear people telling her he's in serious trouble. He has one state, which he was born and raised, telling him to surrender himself, which he did because he was.
Nobody, I didn't see when I was looking in the comment section. It might be in there now. I didn't hear nobody mention or know anything about a little bit, even a little bit about the legal system, how it works. And I had saw a video and it made sense. They did the whole breakdown of how he's not getting out on early release. And if he does, he's still gonna, if they don't pick up more charge, if he doesn't pick up more charges, because remember, he has that situation in Vegas, it's going to add on to time. So yeah, that's just the time that he got for violating probation in California. Okay, we're not talking about Las Vegas. If you violate probation, you pick up probation in another state, but you're already on probation, you're gonna owe them time too, off that first violation of probation, because you picked up a case in Las Vegas at a club. That's the more serious one, and you messed around, came back to California and picked up two more. So it ain't looking good for you, bro.
There in that state, and they would have picked him up even quicker because they know who he is. He's a high profile person. They know his address.
Some
Even if
people
he
I
went
wish
and
they
hid
would
somewhere in
leave.
California, they would have
I
found
know,
him.
leave him
He
out
couldn't
of
have
it.
went to the airport. He would have had to drive wherever he had to drive to in a car to get away, because he would have had a warrant if he tried to fly out of the state that he was in, or even to another country. And then he would have been in more trouble trying to flee the state, because he didn't want to go and surrender himself in California for the two DVs. He has two different criminal cases in two different states. The second criminal case that he has is in California. He asked for it after he had already gotten in trouble on that big charge that he was charged for, and that big money he owes that club owner. He decided as a grown man, his own decision on one, made him do anything to come and still break the law, and also break the terms of the agreement of the criminal charges that he was
Yep.
facing. It wasn't, oh, he didn't go to jail. I really feel like the judge gave him a slap on the wrist, and then he turns around
Because the judge knew
and
he
he's
was gonna mess
playing
up.
and disrespecting the courts by getting in more trouble. Okay. Carlissa has to understand that. Also, I really feel like she did this publicly and tagged one of the famous.
See, listen, see, probation is time on layaway. So, people be down. Oh, I just got probation. But if you're a crash dummy, you gonna get in trouble again. He came right back. He ain't got in trouble and picked up two DVs with both his baby's mothers. So everyone says it. Probation, repeat after me, is time on layaway. So, he's thinking, oh, that was a nice judge. Well, it ain't no nice judge, because look at how much you had to pay that owner, that club owner back. He ain't no nice judge, because they gave you probation. Sometimes people rather, I'm telling you, people that can do that time and not let the time do them, they rather just serve a bid. Yeah, it sucks, but they rather serve a bid and keep it moving, get out the system, and then just get themselves right from there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to get in trouble and it's hard to get out, honey.
Person in the world to help her
to also trigger Chrisean Rock. Because one, she's
Exactly.
clearly letting Chrisean know, I don't want my son back at his house with you or around you. You nor Junior. And Junior has nothing to do with.
That is so funny, and I didn't want to say it because YouTube be on some, I don't know. But there's an old saying, and when you said that, I had to stop the video because it was in my head and I didn't want to say it. There's an old saying that goes, "You give a blank enough rope to hang themselves." And it's a phrase. That's all it is. It's a figure of speech. I don't want nobody thinking it's a figure of speech. And that's what the courts did. That's what the courts do with everybody that's a hardened criminal or criminal. He ain't no hardened criminal. Let's not gas it up now. That's what they do. They give you enough rope and they know what you're gonna do with it. And you know what? They make you think they're a little bit lenient, understanding, but they're not. Cause I'm gonna tell you why. Soon as you get in trouble, you it's like a revolving door. Number one, number two. Um, that's how the legal system makes money. You get in trouble, you got to stop paying for classes, DV classes, this class for that, this class for this, restitution fees. You owe the owner of the club in Las Vegas 13,000. That was 14 with interest. Oh, they have you pay out of your pocket for everything you did being a crash dummy. Big baller shot caller you up. They know what you gonna do. Exactly. They already know. So they have fun with it. Cause they know that you're not bright enough to know. They're not giving you no breaks. They are waiting for a train wreck to happen. And once you come back through them doors, or, yeah, you came through the doors in another state. The judge that told you do not get in any trouble in Las Vegas, she's in her chambers or he's in their chambers, and they're laughing because it's a chess game, and you are just a pawn, a piece in that chess game. They're not playing checkers. They're not. They're playing chess, and you fell right into it, Mister bright guy. Everybody's slow. Part of his circus. Now you part of the system, the court system, circus. Cause you playing people out here. Karma goes around. What goes around come around. The universe, everything you do is gonna come back on you. Simple as that. One way or another. And they want to keep you in it. And you can't, and it's hard to get out. And I'm telling you, it could be sometimes for some little stuff. And you just can feel, man, they ain't trying to let up on me, man. It could be for some shoplifting stuff. And you'll feel like you're never gonna be free. You're gonna always be tied up in the system, and that's how they want you to think. Cause you don't have control. Like you have control over these knucklehead chicks that you mess with, but you don't have no control over the court systems. Period. Point blank. With it, it's not Junior's fault. Junior has been an Yep.
issue
What
to
what
adults,
goes up must come down.
strangers, fans, supporters, haters, congratulators since he's been born. And it's sad that they're taking it out on him. And he is just the, innocent bystander in all of this. And he didn't ask to be here and he shouldn't have to be subjected
Exactly.
to this. This is a generational curse that's going to continue to go on and on for generations because none of them are trying to change it. The matriarch, which is Carlissa, is just as bad as the youth, which is Blueface and Chrisean. She's acting worse than they're acting, and especially at a moment like this, in a time like this. She's got a battery in her back because her followers and supporters, Blueface followers and supporters, are putting a battery in her back telling her to do X, Y, and Z, which I think is foolish. And she's falling for the banana in the tailpipe and she's making herself look real desperate. And she should have been doing this. I don't care if he would have cussed her out. I don't care if he would have got a jump. If you were
Let
trying to
me
be the
stop.
mother of the year and you doing anything, any means necessary to save your child, you should have been doing that instead of on social media, thinking from a distance that it was cute when you would hear every morning or late night what these two, Chrisean Rock
and Blueface was doing. No, you were sitting up there, right, with all the
Yep.
spectators, people that are watching this circus, thinking it was
Now
funny,
it ain't funny.
doing your own commentary on your lives, making a joke out of it, like it was entertainment for you to get by in your day every day, hearing what they were
Yep,
going through, which
exactly.
was nothing
End
but
up in the system.
toxicity. So I want to see how this plays out. And I also want to see if Kim Kardashian reaches out to her, seeing that she can help the
Kim, if you don't reach out to Carlissa, she gonna drag you. She gonna drag you to the point she gonna act like she got more subscribers than you, girl. So you better be careful. Cause that girl can be evil. Carlissa can be a demon sometime.
situation. We know that if she does reach out, we'll be the first ones to know. And we also know if she doesn't reach out, Carlissa is probably going to drag her. Either way, Carlissa still wins because this is going to make her more relevant, get her more following, more people to drive to her website so that they can sign up for the reality show. Monthly, I think it's $4 or $5.99, which is a very low price because I think it's a good show. And it's going to drive up, her business, her coins, her bag, and her, popularity. But it's so sad she's doing it at the expense of an
I
unfortunate
still think
situation and clout chasing this hard at this time when her son has lost his freedom
thank
because of what
you,
he has
Kenya
done. No one
Wells.
else made him lose his freedom but himself. But it's sad that money is the root of
It's
money. You don't get in trouble.
yeah, man. This is crazy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me ask you guys a question. Well, for the ones that are in here, did y'all get the notifications for this live? Because YouTube, ooh, cha. They 1 minute they my friend, the next minute they my enemy. Ooh, cha. So I'm just wondering, just let me know, put a Y in the chat. And if you don't feel comfortable putting it in the chat, put it on one of the community tabs, video underneath the video, and let me know if you got a notification for this live. But yeah, he really did it this time to himself, man. And it's a bad hit. It's a bad hit. I don't feel bad for Blueface because he's doing the most. He thought it was funny at first, and that mail came to the house, and somebody probably had to sign for it, a warrant. It's supposed to be a bench warrant. I don't know what's the difference. I don't want to have no kind of warrant. Okay, both value attention and money above everything. Yep. And the mother right now, trust me, she's looking at this, even though she's stressing. I'm not trying to say she's not. That is her son. She's also, and this is just my opinion. This is going to bring more followers to Carlissa. More people wanting to sign up for her membership for her reality show that she has every Sunday, a new episode. It's going to bring currency to her. Right now, her son's not in the way. So she can get the bag because Chrisean, she's been summoned. She's been told to sit down. So she can't make no money right now. Well, at least that's what was said out here in these streets. How true it is, I don't know. But I believe that she basically is sitting herself down because Blueface got control of everything. Only thing he don't got control over is his life. Because while he's trying to control everybody else's life and destroy it, he's destroying his own life. He needs to sit back, be quiet, stop playing all these little childish games, and look at this for what it is, take notes, and pretty much get himself together so he can be around to see his kids grow up. Because these people are not playing with Blueface. I'm sorry. They're not playing with him. He's going to mess around and get left around. And all these girls getting tattoos and all kind of stuff, and he mine. You may have had him once, but I got him all the time, and all this other stuff. Hunty, boo boo. They are going to be moving on, doing bigger and better things, and he gonna be in jail without the bail. Cause honey, I don't think that Kim Kardashian can help him. But you know what though? She knew exactly what she was doing. She got taught very well, Carlissa did, how to get a celebrity's attention, especially someone on Kim Kardashian's status. Because we know she tagged her, then others tagged her, then the other people that the other people, the other people, and the other people, they all tagged her. And then, the algorithm is going to send that message to Kim Kardashian that she was inserted into helping free a man like he's some innocent bystander, right? Blueface. And I don't know her personally, but she might feel kind of pressured, by social media. Like, well, maybe I could see what I can do to help this mother, but I can't promise that I can get him on house arrest or get him free to the streets. But if Kim Kardashian, whether or not she does it or not, Carlissa is gonna say something either way. She's either gonna say, yeah, she got in contact with me, she's working on it right now, or she's gonna say she declined to do it. Me personally, I don't know what I would do. I would have to weigh out the cons, the pros and the cons. I really feel like Blueface is a liability. Look at what he did to Wack 100's pockets. Wack 100 went from being a baller, shot caller, getting the bag, his pockets were swole off of the music of Blueface, to non-existent. Blueface didn't even let him know it was coming, that he was gonna do crash dummy stuff and stop getting the bag. That he was gonna buy jewelry and diamonds and all kind of flashy stuff, but ain't making no money right now. And now he owes more than his net worth is. Where do they do that at? In Chriseanrock's world. So we're gonna see how this plays out. It ain't looking too good for him. But see, that's why he really should have fell back and you know what I'm saying, and just sit at. You want to sit and talk about how you're gonna be absent in your kid's life when you should have been knowing that that's what was going to happen. If you didn't sit yourself down, you didn't care about none of that. So no, nobody feels bad for you, bro. I know I don't. I really don't. So listen, I ain't gonna stay on here too long. Y'all can see the replay. I was trying to stay on as long as possible so we could do the live commentary together, and you guys could let me know how you thought. I know you guys like doing these live streams and looking at these videos rather than looking at the replay. But I'll be back on here tomorrow. I'll be updating you, honey, because I know as soon as I wake up, boom, as soon as I go on Instagram, it'll be something else. Hey, reality acting as if he was invincible. Exactly. Reality, did you get your notification? Did you get it right now? Or did you I'm just wondering who got their notifications. Nobody that's in this chat has said anything yet. I'm wondering if you got the notifications, because YouTube, that's why I just tell you guys just to come over on your own and check it for yourself. Because if you try to wait for the notifications, they're not gonna do that. I don't feel bad for Blueface either. Honey, Diane P, how you doing, sweetie? Honey, boo boo, I don't feel bad for him at all. His mother's acting like he's some victim. And what I don't like that's making me mad, two things. Don't get up on no public platform and exclude your other two kids, and you got three. And don't get up here and act like your son's a victim and blame everything for why why Blueface is in jail on Chrisean. Jaidyn called the popo on him, and then Chrisean called second for the same thing, a DV. But see, the second one was the last straw. It had nothing to do with, it was Chrisean. Oh, she's a troubled person. So that's why he went to jail, because he already had a DV. And then he had the nerve to go pick up another one, like he was invincible. So boy, bye. Have several seats. But listen, I'm getting up off here. Y'all have a blessed weekend. I will be back on here tomorrow. Please, if you guys come to the replay, put in the comment section whether or not you got your notifications. I just need to know. Either way, if you tell me, it's nothing I can do about it. It's YouTube's platform. But it's just letting you guys know that you can't rely on YouTube to make sure these notifications get out to you guys in a timely fashion. If I go live at 7, YouTube is not giving almost all 23,000 subscribers notifications all at one time. That's not going to happen. So it's only going to be a small percentage that they're going to give the notifications to, and everybody after. And you guys got to take it upon yourself, because I make an effort to either put it on my community page, or I tell you before or at the beginning of my lives, or in other 10-minute commentary videos, I'm going live at this time. Y'all need to just come over here on your own. But listen, I love y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Share these videos. Get them out there. That's all I ask for. That's free. And y'all have a blessed weekend. Be safe. I'm out. Mwah.